Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Studio Series Gamer Voyager class Optimus Prime figure. So as you can see, I've already quickly unpackaged him just to make the video a little bit quicker. We've got both of his accessories here. We've got the main figure there. We are of course going to do some comparisons with this one and the original. Well, not the original, this one's the Toys R Us edition from 2010, which is basically of course what that mold is based on. We've also got some other Optimus Prime figures. In fact, I've got loads of them hanging around here at the moment, so we can do loads of comparisons with the Optimus Prime figures. We can also see how he looks with the released figures in this toy line so far. So as you can tell, loads to get through with this video. So I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to this channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now please, because it really will help me out. We're going to start off with looking at the box then, and we've got this amazing image of him there from the game. Amazing. And I suppose the best way to describe this guy is beefy. He looks like he's, I suppose, been working out. Let's be honest, he really is. Huge torso, just everything on him, I suppose, chunky, beefy, whichever word you want to use. He looks great, and he does look like that. We've got the same image on the side. If we spin it around to the back, we can see that it's going to take 22 steps to transform. I'm just about to show you the matrix feature, and I'm now going to show you the backdrop as well. So yeah, this is of course based on the game, so the backdrop, I imagine that's obviously what holds him into position. So we just move that out of the way, and then this is huge actually. There we go. If I pop that there as well, you can see how that looks. He fits on it really quite well, but to be honest, as always with these, there's not really much that you can actually even see going on behind him. But I've got to confess, that's probably one of the better backdrops, and the reason why I think it's one of the better backdrops is because it highlights him. Optimus Prime on it looks really good. He stands out. That, to be fair, I always normally slate these, but that's one of my favorites. I really like the look of that. I'm just going to move it out of the way for now. We'll bring it back in a second. Well, slate's being a bit harsh sometimes, as I say. I just don't really see the point in them, but that one I actually do like. So looking at the figure itself, the only thing now I'm looking at it up close is maybe the head's a bit too small for the rest of the body. I don't know, maybe it could be, but it looks good. The head's got quite a bit of detail on it, to be honest. Full articulation in it. Well, it goes all the way around. Yes, it does, and it looks up, but quite a bit of the way actually. That could easily look up at Bruticus or a huge, maybe Grimlock as well. There is a waist swivel. It's unrestricted. I thought the back might catch it, but it doesn't whatsoever. The shoulders will spin all the way around. They'll swivel at the bicep. They'll twist at the bicep. The fists, do they turn as well? Yes, they do, which is brilliant. There is front kick. This is going to go, that's a really high kick, that is. It's going to go all the way. How far back is it? Oh, not all the way. You've got maybe 180 degrees. That's the only, I suppose, unsightly bit on the side. As you can see there, it does sort of just stand out, and that's purely because it's just so plain. If they'd just put a few extra bit of details in it, it might have looked that little bit better. There is a knee bend, and of course there's an ankle tilt and rock as well. The shin detail looks great. I like the detail around the waist and the hips. Again, this is, I suppose, what you get normally with your Studio Series figures. They just pay that little bit more attention to details, apart from, unfortunately, this bit on the side. Now, also, this isn't in the instructions, but due to the transformation, you can actually give him a little bit more articulation. You can bring these arms right out and then turn that in as well. That isn't shown in the book because you're not supposed to. It's obviously supposed to just be there, and of course if you try to move that, it will break it. The other negative thing, and it's only small, is that the fingers, they're just completely fused. It's good that you've got the wrist rotation, but there's no articulation in the fingers, which basically means that although you've got this beautiful looking matrix with loads of detail on the inside there, that looks stunning, and the matrix is one of the best matrices I've ever seen. In a small toy like this, obviously you can take the matrix off, but you can't hold it. You can't do anything with it. I don't even know. Let me have a look. Oh, maybe you could attach it. to the side on there or on this. I don't, oh, there you, yeah, there you could attach it there, but for what reason I don't know. Maybe on the top of the forearm as well. Basically you can attach it anywhere where there's a tab, but unfortunately that's no use to Optimus Prime. You want it to be in his hand, I would imagine. Anyway, you can see where this is going to tab straight back on though. Autobot logos look brilliant on his shoulders. His accessories are like so. If you're wondering why there's no handle for this, that's because the gimmick with all the Studio Series Gamer figures is you can take the right arm off and then you can attach this into there like so. So again, very similar to the game. That looks really cool, to be honest. It really does. Then you've got the arm hanging free, or if you wanted to, and I forgot to show you this on the barricade, I'm sure there's a port on here as well or something. Is it there? I don't know. I'm sure there's something. Yeah, there you go, where you can store the hand. I'm laughing as I do it because that's insane. Why you'd want to do that, I've got absolutely no idea. In this case, I'd be quite happy to leave this in the box rather than doing that. But to be honest, I don't know. We'll have a look at the rest of the accessories in a second because I want to show you these in the latter part. In fact, well, I'll have a look at it now, but I'm not going to pop it on his hands. The axe, I think, looks really good. Nice bit of detail around there. This does break up into quite a few pieces, to be honest. And then here's the best bit. Watch this. Get this in the middle and fold it out. There you go. In fact, we might as well do it all in this take while we're here. So obviously you could pop the axe in there like so, but I'm sure you'll agree that's a little bit too big. I don't know, maybe it's not. But then, as I say, if you bring this out slightly and if you put his other hand in like so, he could then of course be holding onto that bit as well, which would make it look even better. But again, it's not too detrimental either. It doesn't take too much away from that. It doesn't look too, you know, mistransformed or that we shouldn't have done it. I think that looks really, really good. I love this axe. I think it's great. I wonder if you can store it on the back. I've not seen or had a play with it yet. There's a 5mm port though, so I'm imagining, oh no, I'm imagining wrong. So there's nothing there that I can see. What about back of the forearm? No, there's no 5mm port on the forearm either. So maybe not. Or of course we can just fold this back over and leave it like that for now. I think I've nearly, well, more than covered enough first impressions with this guy. Let's have a look at him. Let's get this back on first and foremost. Let's have a look at him in his alternate mode, and then we'll come back for the final time for some more comparison shots. Okay, we're back, and as you can see, he's in his alternate mode. Quick apologies, no transformation process on this video. Main reason is to keep the length of this video down, and the second is because it's a new figure, I didn't want to spoil it for anybody who doesn't want it spoiling for them, so I've uploaded a separate tutorial video which I hope helps people out as well. And now, once again, as soon as you see this, you do get the feeling of this is a big bot. This is, as I say, nice and chunky, nice and detailed. We're going to come to the back bit in a minute, but overall, I actually do like it. I mean, perhaps they could have maybe put a bit more detail on the front, but I think it makes up for the fact that you've got this silver running all the way around and through there. I love the fact that the wheels, you not only have you got the silver trim, but the little red trim around it as well. Underneath, obviously, you can pretty much tell that, yeah, it is a robot. And we might as well go straight to this part here, which I'm not, of course, you know, it doesn't look the greatest at all. Perhaps they could have just, I don't know, engineered a bit of plastic in there that folds out. I'm not too sure. I don't want to be overly critical. I'm always, you know, one for trying to find the positives and everything. I think it looks really good like this. And once again, remember, this is a big figure. So I know you're paying a Voyager price point, but look how big it is compared, you know, to a standard Studio Series Jolt. It's nearly 2 times the size. So it's a massive figure. Just here we go, just because he's in alternate mode, there's animated deluxe Prowl from Legacy, and again, this is a massive figure. The other thing as well is that you can add the accessories to him to just make it look so much better. It's crazy. You've got these 2 tabs here, and then these will fit right there like so. You can just leave that on and I think it looks okay. The smokestacks also look brilliant there as well. And then what we've got here, you've got some cutouts there. You can attach this via that as well, and that's insane Completely love that, to be fair. I think it looks great. And of course you can fold it out again like this. Oh, I probably should have took it off first. Let's take it off first and then do that. And again, you can see how many pieces this does break into. I'm sure it's 4 pieces. We'll have another look at it when we go back to robot mode in a minute. That is looking amazing. I need to bring that back so you can see it inside the shots. But then again, if we get the backdrop now, this is ridiculous. It just about fits on it. It doesn't really, does it? Let's be honest. But again, I like that backdrop. It's interesting, and it's one of the best ones I've seen that works with one of the figures. Let's have a look then. So I might as well show you. As I say, I've seen this in all the images. I thought it'd be worse. I really think because it's at the back, they get away with it. I mean, even on the side, you can't tell. You literally can't tell. Like that. You've got to obviously have it from the back, and it does look a teeny bit unsightly, but it's got to be fully viewed from the back. Even there, you can borderline get away with it because they're blue. I say get away with it, it's up to yourselves. It's however you want to display your collection. I'm not saying that obviously it wouldn't have been better filled in, but it isn't, and that's, we're just dealing with what we've got here. I'm still a big fan of this particular figure. Even though it's like that, I think it looks great. So I think what we want to do now is come back for the final time with him back in his robot mode and see how he looks with some other figures. So then back for the final time with him in his robot mode, and again, let's just put these accessories into his hands. I've noticed now as well, I've kept them together, so I'm wondering if you could still attach it. I don't think you'd be able to attach that to the arm, it would get in the way. However, you perhaps could, if you span that around there, maybe you could have like a giant, I don't know, let's have a look, see if it works. Is it going to work? Ish. Maybe it's like a big cannon stroke axe over the shoulder thing. That sort of works, to be fair. I love the fact that you can just do exactly that, have a play with these, or as I say, you can break it down. 1, 2, it is 3 parts, so you can have this. Doesn't really do too much, but you can have it as a blaster. In fact, you'd probably be better putting it, in fact, there's no probably about it, you'd be better putting it in that hand, because obviously with this we've seen how you pull that first part off, and you can then just take the axe bit if you wanted, put that in. That's not as good, but again, just giving you ideas of things that you can do with this. So what I was saying about the 2 hands holding onto the axe, what you'd do is you'd have to probably put that in this hand here, bring this out, remember, just cheat ever so slightly like so, and then you could slide this through there like so, join this up, and then you can bring the shoulder back in, and there you go. That looks, I'm sure you'll agree, really, really good. And I don't know, well, it's not in the instructions, but it should be in the instructions, because I think that makes it look even better. So there you go, there's a bit of a bonus mode that you can do there with this. Right, let's take this apart, put that back in. It's just simple as that. You can see slides out and in. It's nothing too detrimental at all. I just wished that maybe you could attach this to there or something. The only way that you can definitely attach that is via that tab and that port there. So that's, it's still good. I still like it, and I suppose, to be honest, I've just realised you can put that on the top as well, so it's like a double barrel gun then, isn't it? Oh, that's even better. There we go, that's even better. So you've got a big axe and a double barrel gun. Perfect. Right, there we go. Let's just for now, because I want to do some more comparisons, I'm going to take these all out and off. Is it going to come off? I've jinxed it now, haven't I? There we go. Oh, there goes the box. And I'm just going to relocate this. If anybody's new to this channel, they're probably thinking, what's going on? But if anything like that happens, I just literally roll with it. Carry on doing it. Right, so this was the 2010 version, just with a different deco, because again, anybody who knows this channel knows that I like some special ones. This is a translucent version, which came from the Toys R Us triple pack. So in robot mode, he is much bigger, much more chunky, and it's quite funny that the wheels they managed to tuck in at the back. From the back, there's a little less kibble in this, to be honest. It's just, they're quite different, to be fair, but you can clearly see the size difference, which I suppose is highlighting the price point difference as well. So let's do some other Optimus Primes. So while we're here, this is mainline Voyager from Rise of the Beasts. That's not, this one holds its own for a deluxe figure, to be honest. Let's move that out of the way. Then we've got Earthrise Netflix, so taller but nowhere near as chunky. And then just purely because they're here, because I did a video on them the other day, I've got both of the other Studio Series Optimus Prime figures. So we've got a Rise of the Beasts and a Bumblebee movie one. So yet again, a little bit smaller, but obviously not as chunky. And then just something for you third-party collector guys who are wondering how big it is. Might as well continue with the Optimus Prime trend. There's a New Age one. In fact, my Magic Square one isn't here, but there's a core class. There is he going to fit? There's a Doctor Who one. Got loads of Optimus Primes about at the moment. And there's a Takara, World's Smallest Transformer as well. So, as you'll see, pretty good shape and size for this figure. With regards to other mainline figures, DevCon, Toxitron, and the final two, because I've ended up talking about this guy loads and I had no idea I had so much to say about him. Perhaps you can tell I'm really impressed with him, to be honest. There you go. Oh, there's Bumblebee with all his kibble on the back. This looks like, to be honest, when you're looking at this like here, it looks like Deluxe Voyager, nearly Leader, because Bumblebee's so much smaller than what Barricade is. But there you go, guys. This is wave one, and this is definitely going to finish off this particular part, this video on the Studio Series Voyager class Optimus Prime figure. Let me know what you think of him in the comments. Even if it's about the back of their feet, we understand, but let me know. I understand, but let me know what else you feel about this product as well. Take care, guys.